The only problem is, like, if you're like a liberal, by liberal I mean, like, I'm probably speaking mostly to Americans here. Like, if you're a Democrat, you'll probably love the book, but if you're like a right-wing guy, you'll notice there's a lot of like sops in there. There's a lot of really irritating things in there, and it's so obviously a book written in the Bush presidency. People are really short-sighted. I can understand being of that mentality, like, oh, Bush is everything and everything going on, and the people thinking Obama is just like the Antichrist or something. I totally understand that on one level, but like, I'm only 24, so you could say an era is defined by the president, but if you're over 50 or you're 40 or something, you should probably have learned by that now that the era does change. You can change dramatically, pretty quickly. People in their 20s, I excuse making the mistake. Not so much people in their 30s and 40s are. So, anyway. Don't think 4 years or 8 years is the end of eternity. Hello, hello, hello.
Not even a knock? I could have been undressing. And who knows what I would have had to do to you. You're here to see Her Royal Majesty Queen Victoria, aren't you?
I seek the Dark Daughter, she of Obsidian.
Therese is out making a show of how well her lips fit on the pants seat of the Camarilla. Did you happen to find her chastity belt or something?
I have a bauble for the Daughter of Darkness.
Ooh! Can I see it?
Only for the eyes of your sister.
I'm not just some silly doll, you know. All my life, my sister's made me out to be a joke. She told you I was an embarrassment, didn't she?
Yeah.
That I couldn't tie my shoes, let alone hold on to something for her. Is that it?
I seek not to harm your heart. No, I don't want to say that. You stole the words from my head.
She's always belittling me. She's the smart one. She's the favorite. She's the successful one. Well, it's not fair. I'm not a fool. This club's success is just as much my doing as it is hers.
My heart is open, but your hand will not contain your desire.
Do you understand what it's like to have your own flesh and blood ripping you apart on a daily basis for 2 lifetimes? Can you?
Okay. Forgiveness, White Daughter, but this is for the other only.
Fine, you hold on to it.
That's a sociopath.
Since you were so willing to brave
Ability
that
to
big
turn off the
spooky place for
waterworks.
my darling sister, how about doing a teensy tiny favor for little troubled me?
What deed do you propose?
Do you know Gallery Noir down the street? I happen to know there's a charity event being organized there. Lots of influential Santa Monicans slithering in for token appearances. But there's one thing they don't know. The whole event's been set up by a kindred trying to establish their own power clique in our city. And we can't let that happen, can we? So I need some brilliant young upstart to spoil the milk.
What dastardly deed for this shattered mind?
I promise this won't take long. Take this knife. Give the paintings in the gallery a good slashing. Don't get caught, and don't turn it into a massacre. And steal the charity box, would you? Buy yourself something velvet.
Why do I picture George Costanza? I want to drape myself in velvet. Slashing is now my existence.
I'm sure Therese will be thrilled to honor your agreement when you get back. But in the meantime, get to the museum and ruin those paintings. Then pay me a visit. I want to hear all about it. Hurry up! I can only amuse myself for so long.
No canvas will escape my blade.
Oh, and there was something about the paintings. What was it? I can't remember. Oh well, have fun tackling.
Coolio. 4. I don't want to give myself appearance. I don't want to do that. Yeah, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to give myself perception. It's going to be more inspection. That's to notice hidden detail. Well, that's good. I should be making sure my guns stay up. They are useful towards the end of the game, not so much towards the beginning. Damn it! Skanks, get out of my way! Out of my way, Skanks! I am befuddled by Skanks! Move! Move! Thank you! Go spread your syphilis, bitch! Damn it! Let's go to this Gallery Noir.
Just back off.
Hey, hold on a minute there. I'm afraid you're committing a 351. That's trespassing on private property. I'm going to have to ask that you vacate the premises immediately, or I'm afraid I'll be forced to radio this in.
Yeah, I am really intimidated by this lard-encrusted jackass. Your mind will shatter on the hollowness of your life. Oh God, I wish I could do this to people.
No, it can't be. I'm useless. I'm completely useless.
Flowing fat will ferment your furrows. Gallery Noir key. Thank you. Yeah, you go sit around and cry. I could have just snuck in that way. That would have worked too. Anyway. Well, I got to break this guy's mind. That's a little bit more fun for me. I'm going to want this knife. For now, I will switch to my samurai sword later. Cash box. Great. 250. That's all the money you raised from influential people? That's pathetic. Okay, so Cain cursed by God. Cain slays Abel. Yeah, that comes first. Cain is cursed by God. By the way, for those of you who don't know the story, I'll just give you. Basically, Cain and Abel were Adam and Eve's children, and they offered sacrifices to God. I think Abel offered, like, animal sacrifices, and Cain was like, here's some fruits and berries, and God was like, fucking meat! Or it was the other way around, I'm not really sure. Anyhoozle, God was like, fuck you, Cain, you fucking loser. You're a fucking twat. Haha, your brother's so much better than you. And Cain was so upset with this, he didn't notice how much of a douchebag God was. So he killed his brother. And yeah, so Cain meets Lilith. And then later, Cain spurns Lilith. Yeah. Yeah. I got my blood off this baby. 3 experience points. That brings me up to 4. I'm Investigate now. Finance. Haggle. No. Intelligence. What's hacking? Hacking is computer and wits. I'm just gonna look at myself brawl. Brawl, in case you didn't know, it's not just fighting. It like bare-fisted. It helps you feed in the middle of combat. So it's really useful. I'm a little low on blood here. I'll just save off for a while with experience points. Just stay away from it for a little while. And I want to get more lockpick, definitely. Security is what I want. 9 for that. And dexterity is another 8. Alright. More importantly, what was dimension? That was 10. Damn it! Vision of death is useful. You just fucking tell mortals to die and they die. It's awesome sauce. Wait, what was mass hallucination again? Yeah, that's number 2. Anyway, now mile 2, final melee. Okay. So they just sort of act like.
You. What were you thinking?
About
A museum. That was my event. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
Wait.
Shut up. I thought I could control my sister as long as Tongue was out of the picture. But nothing's changed. I should have expected that you'd succumb to Jeanette's influence like all the others. But how dare you!
Turtles! I don't know what your lips are saying.
Don't lie to me! Jeanette already confessed she tricked you into doing it. It was probably all Tongue's idea. I'll deal with them later. But that's still no excuse for you ruining my museum.
Okay, if she told you that she tricked me, then why are you blaming me? You're a bitch. I have brought you the ghostly bauble.
Excellent. I'll take that. However, Jeanette claimed you did it for her. But let's say I believe you. After all, you've acted decently and rationally up to now. I imagine you'd still like me to call off the feud.
Very much so. Of course, Dark One.
There's only one problem. If Tongue gets word that I threatened Jeanette, which he most certainly already has, it's not likely he'll believe me. So, in order to call off the feud, you're going to have to convince Jeanette to forgive me first.
How might this deed be done?
I made some threats against my sister. Idle threats, involving fire and her impious satin sheets. She took them quite seriously, and is avoiding me. I want to meet with her, and explain that they were said in the heat of the moment. I asked her to meet me at the Surfside Diner, to reconcile, but I'm busy with the club and my other endeavors. I'd like you to go to the diner and promise her that I don't plan to take any action against her. Wait for her in the back booth, near the phones.
This is more convoluted than my psyche. I will find her and then we'll finish this.
I want to see my sister. Yes, I'll call it off once I've spoken with her myself. Just do what I ask.
Alright, whatever. Bitch. I might need some persuasion. How much persuasion do I have? Persuasion is still at 5. That's 9 or 8. I need to grab 5 experience. No, okay, I can't do it, so I can't up this charisma. Oh well. That's the next thing I want to up. Persuasion's a lot of fun. Hello, gentlemen. Hey, old fat dude. How you doing? What the hell?